You are now listening to the Platinum Achievement Podcast, bringing gamers together from around the world. A PixelPine.com production. Here are your hosts. Stay a while and listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Platinum Achievement Podcast, where I'm back again for another show, instead of staying absent for like 2 months or something that I didn't come on the show for. Totally not my fault. It's Chris's fault. We'll blame him. You've got podcast. We have a good show today. We have Clint, actually. Clint Maximus. Is that your real name?
Nah, stage name. I've had it since...
I was going to say, that seems too cool to be a real name.
I've had it for a long, long time, that name.
So, what's your real name? Unless you don't want to tell us your real name.
Nah, it's cool. Nah. You can find it on Facebook. It's my real name is Clint Braithorpe. Braithorpe is a German name.
Okay, Clint Braithorpe, right?
That's du bist einen Schlampe?
I don't speak any German, though. Or at least I used to, but not anymore. Terrible now.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right, embracing your heritage.
The only sentence I know in German, it's actually is like, are you a bitch?
Oh, okay. That seems like the only sentence you would know, Chris. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself. Why are you here? I don't even know. Chris brought this guy on the show, listeners, and I don't know who he is. He might be a murderer. He could be I don't know. Who are you? What do you do?
Well, right now I'm doing a couple of things. One of the main things I do is radio broadcasting. I do that for a living. I pretty much do radio shows in the Middle East, mostly in Beirut because I'm doing like a main drive time show there, and I go back and forth. And other than that, I produce music. Grammy nominee since last year. What else? Been producing music since I was a child, and that's it, really. And just trying to get as much music done as possible.
Fun stuff. That's more exciting than all the things I've done in my life combined.
So but no, when you're famous enough, Clint, and you meet the Metallica, I need to meet them.
Did you just say the Metallica?
No, not the Metallica. Like Metallica.
In the third person,
yeah.
The Metallica.
The Metallica. It's just going to be some weird, like off-brand Japanese version of Metallica that you get for $2 at the store. So we're going to be talking about Switch a little bit too, but let's go to Chris now. Chris, tell everyone about what you're playing, what you're doing. How's life?
I went to the dentist today because I broke my tooth.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, it is.
Did you? You don't sound sad at all.
No, it's like because it's it's free. That's why I'm not sad.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's the quality of American healthcare.
I heard that going to.
I'm immediately like, that's gonna cost some money, and you're like, no.
Well, I really think one of my biggest questions is what did you do to break your teeth? What happened there? How come you went to the dentist?
I was just eating popcorn and just break. I don't know what the fuck.
Wow. So Chris's teeth are made out of like Legos? I can't even understand how that would just pop out.
It was worked on previously because I broke that tooth when I was a kid at the mosh pit. I don't know if you guys know what the fuck.
That's like choking on soup or something, though. Like, how did you? Popcorn is pretty soft.
No, but it was broken years ago when I was a kid because of mosh pit. You know mosh pit?
Yeah. You someone punched you in the face, but you were happy about it. I understand. Very kinky.
Exactly. When I was kid and dumb. So the doctor didn't do really good work on it and just broke off.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So maybe the American health insurance is a little bit better because I'm pretty sure my doctor didn't give me teeth made out of Legos.
Yeah, I heard that it's very expensive in the States.
Dental care. Health insurance generally is super expensive, but dental care is super expensive as well. I know my family, all of our teeth don't work. We're a lot of my mom especially. Her teeth just keep fucking up all the time, and all of them are like fake implants or something. I think now at this point, and I'm pretty sure it's cost like $250,000-$300,000 for all of it.
Oh my god!
Wow.
But with the insurance over the years, it's been not even close to that much, thankfully. And I was able to go to college instead of my family paying for my mom's teeth.
My aunt paid for a ticket and done her teeth here, and it actually cost her less than if she done it in America.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's too uncommon. I mean, was a big push for, this is more political talk, but legislation not very, very recently, led by Bernie Sanders, I think, actually. It was a bipartisan thing where they were going to make it so that Americans could buy drugs from other countries. That was literally the the proposal, because drugs were so expensive here that it was cheaper to just buy it from another country and ship it here.
Wow.
So things
Okay.
are crazy. But let's well, actually, yeah, Chris, give us a game that you're playing right now. What are you doing?
Forza Horizon
Give me something
3,
fun.
it's amazing. I love it so
Forza
much.
Horizon 3. Okay.
Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah, I
Like,
think I saw. Did you post it on Instagram or something like that? Picture of it.
No, on Facebook. It's like, it's so good. The game is so good. Like, I don't know why I waited this long to play it. It's the best Forza
Yeah,
Horizon
no.
in this series by far.
Yeah, I love Forza so much. Just like I said, I mean, honestly though, I was playing Burnout Paradise again, just because I wanted to, and you're not the boss of me. And it was. I missed that game so much. Not even necessarily just Burnout Paradise. Burnout Revenge and Burnout 3 were so much fun as well.
Yeah, they were good.
Sometimes I just want to go kill everyone on the road, and then I need to go home and play a video game that lets me do that. But
Yeah, we need that in Lebanon, yeah.
yeah. Well, I thought you can't get through your streets. You got all garbage everywhere or something. I don't know. That's the only fact I know about Lebanon, Chris. Do you realize this?
Yeah,
The
well,
only thing I know.
I think the garbage situation is toned down a bit, but you know
Really? Where'd you put it all?
where they put it on, the dumb fucks? They put it near to the airport, and it's bringing the birds. It's attracting birds now, and you know how dangerous that is to airplanes. If a bird,
yeah, that's nice.
yeah, and you know what they did for a solution? They brought hunters to kill the birds. Fucking hell!
Wow.
Khamse,
We should do that
yalla!
It was actually the 10-year anniversary of, well, I guess, did you guys ever hear about the Miracle on the Hudson? Do you even know what that is?
Nope, I'm not entirely
Really?
sure what that is,
Really?
but you're gonna tell us though.
American listeners will 100% know what this is. It was just 10 years ago, some awesome pilot named Sully. I don't even know his last name. Just
I
I
know
know
what
this
this
is.
is.
Yeah. Now
And Tom Hanks had a movie, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, he landed a plane on the Hudson. Crazy, because some birds just ran into the engine. Like, stupid as fuck birds. What the hell are you doing? Anyway, let's talk about video games, I guess, yeah? Nintendo Switch, way more details came out, I think, since the last time we talked. Was the first, like, official conference? Did that happen
Yeah,
last
it was the
time
official
we
conference.
talked?
Not the official reveal, because I think the official reveal was on Jimmy Fallon. Because we saw the console
Yeah.
on Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, no, I remember that too. But no, we saw the price tag, and I believe last episode we were talking about that a little bit. And no, Chris, you were saying if it was $250, it would be something you'd buy day one.
Yeah,
What do you
exactly.
think of the $300 price tag?
It's on the very edge of, like, I don't know, like 300 is very steep for just Zelda. There's nothing else.
Yeah.
There's nothing else at launch.
Yeah.
There's 1-2 Switch. I don't know what the fuck is that. I think they're trying to be the next Wii Sport, but
Yeah.
But it's it's a $60 price game. Like, why would you do this? Why not bundle it with the 300 console, and it would sell like hotcakes, like the Wii. Wii only sold so many copies because of the Wii Sports.
Yeah.
I think everybody had Wii Sports.
Yeah. It immediately became a thing that you could play right away, and yeah. You know, it's kind of weird to think that. I still like the Nintendo Wii. Is that strange to say? Like, it's still a fun console. It's still not like anything else really that exists. And, you know, playing Wii Tennis is still fun. Like, that didn't change just because it's 10 years old now, right?
No.
It's pretty crazy. Clint, what do you think of the $300 price tag? Do you think you're going to buy it right away?
I don't know. The only thing, I mean, I was talking to Chris about this a few days ago, was one of the things that's concerning me is it going to be a hit or a miss in the first place? Like, when Wii U came out, it was pretty much the same kind of response that we're getting now when the Switch came out. Everyone's like, oh, check it out. It's got this new technology. Nintendo doing something original, you know, because Nintendo's always been about... What I think it's like bringing people together and having gamers together, that kind of thing.
No, it's
whatever device they've had, you know what I mean? So,
it's like the fun home experience for video
exactly,
games.
Yeah, exactly. They've never been about like the graphics and this and that, but I think $300 might be a little steep for what it is. All honesty, I mean, it's in the end, it's $300. I mean, now these days you can buy a PS4 or you can go out and buy an Xbox One. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Well, I think the biggest thing for me that I keep going back to as well is if it's going to be $300, I mean that is a little bit higher than what I really would have liked, and I think I need to see like more functionality out of it just in video games. Then, like, so the console itself will be a touchscreen, which I'm really astonished by.
Yeah, I told you it will be touchscreen. Touchscreen technology is very.
Trust me, I had a long argument about this for a long time.
I told you it's very cheap. It's a cheap technology. Like, I can't.
They would have touched the screen in the first ad. I just saying, like, that was not. That's their fault. Then it's not mine. I'm reading it the way that they made me read it.
But it'd be like stupid. It's really stupid. It wouldn't be touchscreen because it's such a cheap technology. It'd be crazy.
Yeah. But my biggest concern is not even just how expensive the touchscreen is if it would drain battery more, and that's my biggest concern with Nintendo Switch. Is I don't want to. Have you seen the size of it? It's like the size of Nintendo 3DS XL. It's not much larger than that. And the 3DS, I don't know what technology they have in the 3DS or in the Game Boys or something, but like I'll have it like closed but on for like 12 years, and then somehow I turn it on again and like it's got 90% battery. I don't know what's going on with that. But is the Switch going to have like even something like respectable on the in regards to battery? And if it doesn't, if it only lasts for like 2 or 3 hours when it's not plugged in, there's no way I'm going to even buy it. I'm not.
Well, they say it's varying from different games. They're saying some games it'll last up to about 5 hours, but then they're saying some games will drain it and it'll only last 2.5. That's what they were saying in the press conference. So if that's going to happen, then I'm going to be walking around with spare battery packs and a backpack with a car battery in it just to charge the damn thing. You know what I mean?
I know. So, and this is, I think, part of the territory that they're going into this weird frame of it's not a home console, but it's not a portable console either. It's the Nintendo Switch. It's this own thing, and I can see that they are clearly really heavily promoting it really as a home console first, and that's really it.
But I think that's a bad idea. I think they should target the 3DS. They should target.
I think that.
Yeah, they should target the 3DS people, not the home console. Because if you think about home console, you think about more power. If you think about a handheld, you think about portability and not much of performance.
Well, the only way I think they could compare to the 3DS is if it had good enough battery life, and I'm not sure if it would. But this brings up a question, though, too. Will there be another Nintendo portable console like the 3DS, like a continuation of the Game Boy, really? And if they even released one, would either of you guys even buy it? Like, would that be something that you would want? Another Nintendo portable console while you have the Switch?
No.
I don't know. I don't see the point of it at all, because I mean, if they're already promoting this as a portable and a home console, I think they're basically shooting themselves in the foot if they release Nintendo 3DS XXS or whatever they're going to bring out next.
So is this the end
You know what I
of
mean?
the Nintendo 3DS and the Game Boys that exist? Is this like... Is the Switch going to kill that? Because I'm not sure if I would be too happy with that.
I think what they're going to do is, I mean, they've already done it with Nintendo NES Mini. They're going to bring out a smaller version of the Game Boy. They're going to end up bringing out the Nintendo Advanced as a handheld, but with 30 games loaded onto it. I think that's what they're targeting with all these old things.
Yeah,
and then
okay,
they're
that
going to
makes
try
sense.
and make their money with the Switch, and that's it.
That's
and then later on,
interesting.
maybe if Switch doesn't actually do anything after that, if it starts failing like Wii U did, then they're going to quickly come up with a new console like they already did. So.
I don't think they can have the money to come out with another console. If the Switch isn't gonna survive, they're gonna...
Nintendo has enough money
console.
to make a new failed console every year for the next 50 years.
Yeah.
Nintendo doesn't have to give a shit about anything.
Yeah, they made so much money with. I mean, think about Mario. What's that one now on the iPhone?
Yeah, that Super Mario
Go.
guy. Yeah,
Pokemon
he's-
came up. Man, that's already multi-million-dollar deals done. You know what I mean? Already, that's it. Money in the bank.
Yeah, but,
So it's-
Nintendo doesn't actually make a lot of money from Pokemon Go. They have actually very low percentage.
They basically just have like an unlimited supply of money, I'm pretty sure, in like the back room. Miyamoto is like doing some voodoo magic and just getting
lying there on $100 bills, naked, rolling around in it, and just say, "You want some money? Here's some money. Make me new console." Okay.
Wow. Well, so do you guys think the Nintendo Switch? Give me an odds or a percentage of how likely you think the Nintendo Switch will succeed as opposed to fail.
I don't know. I think it's going to be a 50-50 chance, all
Really?
honesty. It depends. Yeah, that's what I think.
I think
mean,
it has a very legitimate chance of bringing Nintendo back to the level of the original Nintendo Wii.
No.
And this, I think this Wii U thing was it was interesting, like, to see them try something, but their marketing campaign for the Wii U was so awful that there was they just were like playing the market with like both of their hands tied behind their back, trying to get people to buy this console, and also having it come out, what was it, 2 years before the Xbox One and PS4.
Yeah.
Like, it was just in this weird time frame where people weren't. They wanted better looking video games, but then Nintendo Wii comes out, or Nintendo Wii U comes out, and they're like, "Here is Nintendo Wii, but now there's a tablet in front of you."
Yeah.
And I don't know. It was. I enjoy Nintendo always taking these like creative approaches to things, but
they're so arrogant about it. They're really arrogant about it.
Well, they can be, because they have unlimited money, because Miyamoto is doing those little rituals in the back, getting unlimited money.
I understand that, but they're being so arrogant that pisses me off. They think that they're still the top dogs of the video game console, which they aren't. They aren't. PlayStation is.
Well, I don't know. Well, it depends on how you approach it, though. So if you want to say,
they're not making the most money of the market. That's
I understand that. Let me put it in a different way,
obvious.
though.
They
So
are the
PlayStation.
underdogs.
Let me make this point. PlayStation and Sony are the most successful economically with video games right now.
Exactly.
Right? They sell the most consoles. They have the best. They're making the most money right now. Xbox is not too far behind Microsoft. And Nintendo is in an entirely different category. They are, if you ask an average person, name 3 video game characters, they're probably going to say, like, Super Mario, Zelda, and, I don't know, maybe Sonic.
Sonic or some shit.
yeah.
I'm not gonna argue with you with the software, the value, the
I'm not
quality
even
of
talking
the software.
about-
I'm talking about if you ask him the same question, when was the last time you played the Mario game, and he will say when I was like 10 years old. That's what I'm gonna ask.
Well,
2 days
it's a
ago.
different way of, like, what is success then in the industry? Is it making the most money, or
Yes,
is
it is making most
like
of the money. It's a fucking company.
or is it making like a major impact on like how people approach video games socially? Like, people still will know Nintendo, I think, better than PlayStation, and I think it will be a really it'll have to be a very long time before that changes, if it ever does. I can't. I mean, Nintendo's come up with the most memorable characters you could possibly create in the video game industry, and people know them more. People care about Nintendo more than PlayStation. But again, that's for like conservative gamers or casual gamers.
You're so mistaken. Like, if they gave a shit about Mario, then Wii U wouldn't have died. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? They like the character as it is, but they're not gonna spend money. It's like, oh, it's fucking Mario, so let's just pay $300 for this console that has no games on it. Come on, wake the fuck up, Brian. I don't know what you're talking about. I understand.
You were approaching it entirely from sales.
That's what you have to approach about. That's how Nintendo's gonna survive. I don't know where you're getting this idea that they have this unlimited pool of money. They don't. They don't. They're losing a lot of money.
They have a lot of money. They can continually fail if they wanted to.
No, you're so wrong.
I'm dead serious. I swear to God, Chris, they have.
Yeah, because you know the bank account of Miyamoto, and you're like, oh my God, you have 100, 100.
Miyamoto is the one pooling all his money together. So like, guys, I got like
one of the
$30. Make a new one. Make a new game.
I think one of the biggest issues for Nintendo, for it to survive, is obviously the publishers. I mean, already they've got launch date. What is it, March 3rd? It's coming out.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
And they've won, how many games? Is it 3
5
games? 4 games? That's a fun, man.
It's 5 games. 3 of them are ports, and one of them is a fucking, I don't know what the fuck is it. It's one to Switch, and one of them is Zelda. 3 ports.
There's one game that killed. When I saw it in the conference, I sat there and I said, who the hell sat in the office and said, you know what we're going to do a game of? We're going to make a game where you have to get milk out of a cow's udder. Perfect. Let's do that. And I sat there and I'm looking at this game and I'm going, it looks like he is masturbating someone. It looks like this guy is grabbing
Masturbation
a
Simulator
boob.
2016, 2017.
Honestly, man, I just sat there going, what the hell is this game? And they're sitting there going, you know, it could be a really good game. And he's talking to this woman like it's perfectly normal that he's doing these gestures with his hand during this conference. He's grabbing this cow's udder with the controller. And I'm just like, no.
And with the HD rumble, you would feel the udder while you squeeze it, because it has the new HD rumble.
You can tell how many ice cubes are in it or something. And they're like, yes, there's 3 ice cubes in this. Who the hell wants to play that? I can do that at home.
So
with a glass and 3 ice cubes. Hey.
On your point, Clint, that it's a stupid game, right? Like, why anybody wants to pay $60 for it? It's a disposable entertainment, like the Wii Sports. If it's bundled with the console, it makes so much sense. Yeah. Like, I'll play this if it's bundled with it. I'll probably.
Yeah, but the only reason why they said they wouldn't bundle it is because they don't want the price to go any higher than $300. So.
No, that's crazy. They should like eat up the price cuts and have it bundled. Like, they have the audacity to price Ultra Street Fighter 2 for $40. For fucking $40 for Ultra Street Fighter 2. Like, are you insane? That's what I hate about Nintendo. They have this arrogancy, like, oh, we're Nintendo. Do you remember SNES? Do you remember NES? Like, I remember. Yes, I do. But I haven't played your games forever. Like,
Well, I mean, you can't let Nintendo are known obviously for being leaders in their the stuff that they do with their consoles, because other games companies, they don't do that. Like you were saying, like with you, even when like the 64 came out, it was the first time you had the analog stick, I think, right?
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
the first one
yeah,
that had
I know.
it.
That's the first one.
You know what I mean? So I mean, they've always had something like a gimmick or something with their consoles. Now, as you were saying before, with technology changing so much and people demanding higher graphics, higher resolutions, hell, we've got 4K TV, gaming, I don't know what, 3D porn coming at you these days. You know what I mean? It's insane. So whether Nintendo can keep up with that is something else. And don't forget, it's not just about the gaming console. It's about the generation of people who are playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think even what you say, too, there's... Nintendo is always pushing these boundaries, like I mentioned before, too. They like you mentioned with the joystick on the N64, or also too. I think this is a total side point. I'm really excited about them using cartridges instead of discs too. I mean, how much loading time is that going to cut down on? Yeah. So, but one of these things is really going to stick, and I think that this is a good direction for Nintendo to go right now with where the video game industry is at.
Yeah, but Brian, okay, let's say someone wants to buy a console, okay?
Okay.
He has 3 options. Nintendo.
3 options, yeah.
PlayStation and Xbox, okay?
Okay.
It's a home console. On PlayStation, there's Mass Effect, there's Uncharted, there's Bloodborne, there's Dark Souls, there's all of this third-party support. And on Nintendo, you have Zelda and Mario.
Let's not say right now. Let's say in a year, maybe, or in 2 years even. Maybe they get some good game. Maybe Nintendo Switch can be only like $200 in 2 years. That's gonna sell like crazy too. That would be great.
I don't know where you're living, Brian, but Nintendo has never, ever, ever dropped their prices. Ever.
Whatever.
Go on Amazon
I bought DS for like
games.
$99, man. I've been to like the 50% sales, man. There's always some of those going on now and again.
But I'm saying the consoles.
But I think
check the Wii U price right now. It's still $300. That's
this
insane.
is totally besides the point anyway. This is totally unrelated. The way the video game industry is going right now, we have Microsoft is pushing that idea that you could play Xbox anywhere now. You can play Xbox on your PC. Sony is doing stuff. I don't even know what they're doing in this regard for like the future of video game industry. Maybe they'll just stick with the home console. But I can see
PlayStation is aiming for exclusivity more because I think Xbox is losing that. They have a stigma right now where Xbox.
I think Xbox really wants to create a platform like Steam, but anyway,
I think it's just their exclusives. I think usually.
I think
because they're getting so much exclusives right now compared to anyone else, and they're not just producing like really good exclusives. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So.
I think it's becoming clearer though for a lot of people with how quickly computers are getting better really every year. That it makes more sense to get a PC or play games on a PC that you can have yourself. And I think that's something that Microsoft and Sony are paying attention to a little bit. Microsoft's definitely a lot more so. And I think even Nintendo is paying attention to that too. Where is the home console going to die out at some point in the next 5 to 10 years where we're just going to be like, is there going to be a point to an Xbox 4? Or, you know what I mean?
It probably is. It probably is. Everything's going to...
There probably will be.
Yeah.
But will it be as popular unless it had some interesting like gimmick or something like the Nintendo Switch has? It's a feature that will stand out among the three that they're all video game consoles, but now one of them, it's not really just the standard console. You can take it with you. You can play multiplayer games wherever you go. It's a tablet. You can do stuff with it that way too. And I think Microsoft as well, they promote the Xbox as a home entertainment console more than anything else. I mean, they show you watching TV and Netflix and Pandora and all that stuff on the console, not just video games. And Sony's taking that, I think, a different approach where they're just saying, like, we have video games.
I don't know. I feel like consoles are gonna be upgradable. They have to go, or either console's gonna have to be upgradable in the future, or PC is gonna win in the end.
Hey, listen, fellas, I think I'm gonna have to bounce because it's already 9 p.m. here, and I haven't even started cooking yet. So I'm gonna have to make a move.
Sounds very good. Well, it was great to have you on the show. Happy to talk about Nintendo Switch. You can come on again anytime. Let the people know. Do you have a Twitter or something that you want people to follow you at?
Yeah. You can check me out on. Well, right now because I'm doing the Edge Radio Show is my main thing. So just hit me up on twitter.com/theEdgeFM. Have a look, and all the links are there. So that's it. Done.
Sounds good. All right. Good to have you on the show, man.
Thank you very much, guys. Thanks, Chris. I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
All right. Bye, Brian. Bye.
Later. So, yeah. We have Nintendo Switch. We have all this stuff going on. I don't know. Now I miss Matt.
I was gonna talk about the dock for the Nintendo, if it actually does anything.
The dog?
The dock.
Dock. Okay. All right. That makes more sense.
The thing you put the tablet in.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it does anything, because there are some games when you just play it on the tablet, you get a 720p resolution, and when you put on the dock, you get 1080p. So I'm not sure if the screen is limited to just output 720p and it cannot output more, or is the dock actually has some sort of hardware boost, you know?
I'm pretty sure I've heard that it does have a hardware boost thing in it. I don't know if it's going to be...
Yeah, because I'm not sure if it's in the tablet where it super samples the 1080p to 720p, and when you put on the dock, it just outputs the 1080p. So I think it would be better if the dock actually does something, because in the future, you can actually okay, in 2 years' time, you have this dock 2.0. where you can play 60 frames per second, a better performance. And just actually buying a whole new Nintendo Switch. I mean, if they go to that route, I think that will be amazing, because they will have the third-party support and they will have their own IP. So
you're imagining a dock that just gets better, but the tablet stays the same?
Yeah.
That would be really, really interesting. That's actually something that seems very, very plausible in that being a thing. That almost makes too much sense for them to, in another 4 or 5 years or something, or depending on how the console goes, maybe in 3 years or something, they introduce Switch Plus or something like that, and they have just the upgraded dock. But I can't see... There's this push, I think, for you over and over and over to put third-party IPs onto a Nintendo console, and that's hard to do. I don't even think Nintendo cares that much to do it. They want to do their own.
I don't know. I think they should. They're not looking at their competition at all, because they have.
Is Xbox and Sony their competition? Is Xbox and PlayStation the Switch's competition?
It is.
I think it's a legitimate question. I don't know if it is.
It is, because the casual gamers are gone. They're on their fucking phones now. Okay, it is.
Okay.
Would a casual gamer who would get their quick fix games on their phones, or they'll I'm a casual gamer. Okay. Brian.
Okay.
Let me just make my point. I'm a casual gamer. He wants to play something really quick, right? So he has $300 in her pocket, and he has a choice between these three consoles. when the Wii U, I don't know if you can still hear me. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, no, you're good.
When it was on the Wii U, the Wii era, the competition was PS3 and an Xbox 360 that were more expensive than the Wii, and the phones weren't very, they weren't there for gaming. That's why the Wii succeeded. The Switch just cannot do that because it's gone. The casual gamers are gone. They're gone to the fucking phones now. I don't know who they're going to attract for a price point of $300.
I think that so. I definitely agree. The casual gamers will play on their phones more than anything else, but that's not gonna mean to me that casual gamers won't have interest in a console. They're not gonna say I'm not gonna play a console anymore. We have this.
That's
weird
what
thing.
I'm.
Nintendo,
that's my point. They will have the interest, but now they have a choice of 3 consoles with the same price point, and one has and one gives them an online that is $50. You get every month 2 games for free. For Nintendo, you get one fucking SNES game or NES game that you can play for 1 month only. Then they take it away from you. What?
Yeah, but
that's insane. Why would you take the game away? Like, they don't look at Nintendo has this we're Nintendo. Our games are so godly that you have to lick our buttholes so you can have everything. They want to nickel dime everything about their IP. They're so arrogant,
very meticulous with everything.
Yeah, it annoys me so much. Even the voice headset, the voice, how you're gonna communicate with your friends, it's a fucking app on your cell phone. Why would you do that?
I was gonna say that Nintendo Wii had online capabilities, and I don't think I've ever used them. And I think Nintendo Switch, even though they're gonna have this thing where they're offering online, like a more
the party chat is on the app,
experience.
Brian. It's on the app.
Well, I don't care about it. I wouldn't get a Nintendo Switch to play online with anyone. I think I would be surprised if more people did. I would get Nintendo Switch to play local multiplayer with people. And that's the only reason I think I get a Nintendo console. I mean, they have then
you're cutting
main
off
markets that they can get to.
Third companies. You're cutting off third company
support.
Are.
But they don't care. So this is exactly what I think we always continually relate Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft
they
all
need
together.
to get out of the Wii demographic. They need to.
But do we need
the market
Nintendo
is not there
to
anymore.
beat Microsoft and Sony? Does that have to happen?
They don't need to beat them, but they just have to.
But I'm going to go with pretend that you're disagreeing.
Yeah, I'm disagreeing.
Good. No. So Nintendo, they have. They can do their own thing. They can do their own thing. We can put them in this market share between Microsoft and Sony all we want.
But the Wii U was trying to do it, its own thing, and it failed.
Let's make it clear: Nintendo, they don't need to care about them. This is the whole point I'm trying to make. They're making a decision. Okay, Nintendo is making the conscious decision that they are going to do this. It's not like the hardware is not available to them, or they don't know how to get it, right? They could easily make a very, very good console, 100% get support of tons of third-party developers because it's Nintendo and they have that name recognition, and they're not. And we need to think about, there's a legitimate reason why they're not doing this. They're making the decision not to go into Sony and Microsoft territory.
Because they're trying to target the same people from the Wii U that doesn't exist anymore.
I think they're trying to target the same people from the Wii U, but they're...
No, the same people from the Wii, not the Wii U.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to target the same, really two big demographics, okay? They have kids, right? And Nintendo's been like that since the NES. they promoted it as a toy originally. It's a fun family device. That's the whole mantra of Nintendo, I think. But so that's one demographic. Really, it's kids. It's, kids under the age of 14 or so.
I'm sorry. Kids at the age of 14, okay, they want to play fucking Call of Duty and want to fuck your mothers, okay? I don't know when was the last time kid at this generation who's 14 years old wants to play a Mario game.
I don't know. I've a cousin that I think pretty much sticks to Nintendo. He doesn't go on Xbox as much.
One in a million?
My point... There's another demographic that they attract just inherently, literally inherently, inheritedly, from the older generation of people that have played Nintendo for a long time now. They look at the people that... College students and people in, I think, their late 20s, too, are a huge demographic that could be targeted as well. And I think they do that really well. Like the average kid in college that, and I mean average, not just average gamer, I mean average kid in college, I would argue they would be more inclined to play a Nintendo Switch or play Mario Kart or Mario Party rather than play Call of Duty. And I think that might be a more loaded claim, and it's hard to even really judge that. But I really think it's true that most demographics respect and recognize Nintendo's IPs as opposed to a lot of the other third-party IPs. And my point is Nintendo doesn't need to be like them, like Sony or Microsoft at all. They can stay in their own lane, and we can keep putting them into the market share and like say, well, they're falling behind. But are they really falling behind if they're making money on the console? They are going to do their own thing, and we can put it in. We're relating it to other video game companies, but Nintendo is not like other video game companies. They approach it very, very differently, and I think it would be similar to if we were having an argument about whether the Ouya was in competition with Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. And it wasn't.
That's the perfect example. Thank you for bringing up the Ouya. Thank you very much.
Ouya is not in competition with Microsoft, Sony.
Ouya was trying to target the casual gamers, and it failed so miserably. It failed so miserably.
Failed super miserably, and it sucked too, but it wasn't as though they were trying to be Sony or Microsoft. Someone could come up with a console right now, put something together and get a dedicated single box, and make another console if they wanted. Like, who's stopping? I don't know. Panasonic from deciding they're going to enter the video game market.
Panasonic did try though.
Besides the point,
they did try though with the fucking the VCR thing, and they had a couple of Zelda games on it. It was so terrible.
Yeah, I don't think. Remember VCRs existed? Wow. I don't think if a company was going to get into the video game market, they easily could make a console. But they need to have a vision and just a plan, really. And I think that's the things that really separates Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo right now, is they all have visions. They might be very, very different visions, where Microsoft is envisioning a platform of Xbox on PC and everything. Sony is envisioning themselves staying as the the true source of real video games. And Nintendo is staying in this fun environment of family games, and you're just having fun with friends.
But wasn't that the same version for the Wii U that actually didn't succeed?
The reason the Wii U didn't succeed is not because of the Wii U itself. It's because it's because of the Wii U itself. It's because they named it the Wii U. Who names it the It's the same name as the last console.
So you're saying that the Wii U failed because of the name only?
Yes. Well, not only, but it failed a lot because of a failed marketing plan. What were they thinking in showing something called the Wii U, and then you don't even show the console itself look too similar to the Wii?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like they're...
Plan.
I feel like
I think the gimmick was not as good too.
I feel like they need to target the portability more than the home console. The battery, I don't think is gonna be that much a problem. I'm sure that fucking a third company like I don't know, Hori or whatever the fuck will make like an attachable battery pack that would last you twice that. So I don't think that's a problem.
That annoys me.
Sorry?
That annoys me.
Yeah.
The idea that you're already planning like, all right, so the battery might suck, but I can buy another product so that the battery will not suck. That is not how it should work. Nintendo should have a battery in it that works, that you don't have to say, well, the battery's bad. You should be like, this is a great console. You shouldn't be we shouldn't be able to look at.
But here's the thing: it's not a great
clear
console.
Flaws.
It's an amazing handheld, but but it's a terrible console.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tablet.
Yeah, it's an amazing. It's the most powerful handheld gaming ever, but it's the weakest console ever. You know what I mean?
Like, what was that thing that came out the same time as Game Boy that like died in 2 minutes if you started to play it?
The Sega one. Sega.
Yeah. What was it called? Something Power? I have no idea. But yeah, there's that was a better console than a better system than the Game Boy, but no one wants to play it if it only lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah. They say that playing Zelda non-stop will last you about 3 hours. And
I can't. I can't deal with that. It needs to last. The console or the Switch itself should last way longer than 3 hours.
But
playing a game like Zelda.
Tell me about how they're gonna. They have to invent a new kind of battery, which is like insane.
No, they don't.
Okay, tell me a tablet that can play very demanding performance game that would last you more than 3 hours.
Make the battery make the console itself a 1/10 of an inch thicker and make it last 15
I'd rather
hours.
have the console thinner and have like then charge
and die in 10 minutes. I know. I'm not dealing with that.
Then
I would rather.
If you're gonna make it thicker, then you just buy the third party battery pack that you're gonna install on it.
But I don't want to pay more money for a thing that should already exist in the console.
But if you're gonna make it thicker and have bigger battery, then it's gonna be more expensive.
Wait, if you make it thicker and have a bigger battery, it'll be inexpensive? It would
More
be the same,
expensive.
It should be the same price.
More expensive.
No, you can... They can make it thicker and it will clearly look not as good. You're going to take
bigger battery, more money.
Okay. So the battery will cost more money. Charge the same price.
But they're not gonna do that. They're Nintendo. They're arrogant.
Charge the same price, you'll sell more consoles. It'll be worth it.
They won't do that because they're Nintendo.
I'm just saying, like, if they were going to do that, it's not something that comes strictly down to money. Like, this costs more, this part. If you're going to sell more, even if the part costs more, you can take a cut. That's 100% a viable option. And
but they're not doing that. It's the biggest example is look at their fucking accessories. The Pro controller for the Nintendo Switch costs $70. $70 fucking dollars for I'm gonna buy that because I'm not gonna fucking play with the Joy-Cons. Have you seen it? It's so small. I have the hands of the fucking Bigfoot. You know, like I have big hands. You know, I like literally. It's my hands are the size of D-cup's boobs. Like if I just grab them, they disappear. That's how big my hands are.
Wow,
Okay.
impressive. But no, I do get what you're saying though with that too.
Have you seen their accessories? Each Joy-Con costs $50. If you're gonna buy both of them, it's $80. Like what?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it is crazy. It is crazy. They have insane prices. The fucking thing the strap-on thing that you put on the Joy-Con, each one costs $30. A strap-on costs $30, Brian. $30 fucking dollars.
Oh, yeah, that's concerning when the console for the controller for the console is a third of the price. But I do get what you're saying though too. If you look at just the one half of the what do you call it? Joy-Con? Is that literally what the name is for half of the controller?
The Joy-Con has like very impressive technology in it with the H3 rumble and the NFC camera, because it can measure how far your hand is. It has a fucking NFC camera. It's kind of impressive, but again,
would you rather them get rid of that and make it cheaper?
Yeah, like remove the fucking NFC whatever, or remove the HD rumble and put analog rumble for me to it. Come on.
Well, it's crazy. So when you look at the little half the controller itself, it's the size of, if you remember the Game Boy Micro.
Yeah,
it is the same size as that.
Exactly,
and that's crazy
so
to
tiny.
me.
It's very tiny.
And I'm like, I like the size of the Nintendo Switch though a lot, but
yeah, it's the same size as the Wii. The screen is the same size as the Wii U. I don't know if you have ever seen the Wii U.
Yeah, but the bezel is so much smaller. It just looks a lot better.
Yeah. If do you have a Wii U?
I don't, but I've played Wii U a lot of times before. Yeah.
So you have seen the screen, right?
Yeah.
It's the same size. It's pretty.
I've seen it's the same size screen, but it has there's no buttons. It's a lot thinner, and then you just have the Joy-Cons. I didn't even know that was the name of the.
It's a lot thinner, but it's a lot more more weight to it. It's more what do you say?
I have no idea.
It's more weight. It's more. It's
heavier.
Heavier, yes. Thank God. Fucking English.
Yeah, but
it's
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like if I don't know. I feel like if they're gonna be their own thing, okay? They need to come out games. They not like the Wii U. The Wii U had so large gaps between each games. Like this game comes out, and we wait 3 months later, then we get another game for the Wii U. So they need to do something that they have a game every month or so, and it's just like shitty games, like a port game or whatever. Like actual
I want to see
games.
something bigger than, like you said, they're going to give you one SNES game every month or something like that.
Yeah, but they will take it away from you. I don't understand that. Like, why would you do that?
I want to see
the NES and the SNES has such a big library that they can give you 5 games each month for 5 years, like 10 years, and non-stop, and they'll still have games in their library. But Nintendo has the thing,
that they should include.
You should pay
in
for
their
everything
package.
we do. That's what
I think
pisses
they
me
need
off.
to have more SNES games. They need to have all of the emulators for past consoles, besides maybe the Wii U and Wii, should exist on the Nintendo Switch, and you should be able to pay a certain amount of money each month to get them. I think that makes a lot of sense. You can pay,
but then
let's
you
say,
keep them.
Yeah, you'd keep them.
Yeah.
Let's say you pay $8 a month, and then you get the
But that's not what
NES
they are doing.
and SNES library.
They're giving you 2 games, but they're not letting you keep them after a month.
I know. I think that's really, really ridiculous as well. I don't think that.
Because Nintendo's Nintendoing.
I mean, they can, but I think the best way for them to succeed is outside of the kids market. They're going to succeed in that. There's no doubt in my mind that kids are going to buy it, because Nintendo's good at marketing toward kids. Really, really good at it. But for the older audience, I think having a bit that nostalgia thing with Nintendo is a key for them to really succeed with the console. And I think they need to have SNES, NES, N64 even games readily available to play on the Nintendo Switch as well. And I think if they do that and give it, then give it to you.
Games. It's like there's a point where you get sick of nostalgia, Brian. Like, oh, nostalgia, whatever. Like, you get sick of it, and then at some point, But
I mean, they need to have.
They need to have games, more games like Bayonetta 2 that they
though.
did on the Wii U. That's amazing. That's not targeted for kids. That's not at all. But it's so.
Yeah, no, there was a good variety. I think the Wii was very, very successful, and I think part of that was having a good variety of games as well.
No, I'm saying about the Wii U.
For the Wii U?
Yeah, Bayonetta 2.
Well, yeah. No one cares about the Wii U.
Yeah, but I'm saying that what they did with Bayonetta 2, having an exclusive, like, adult game for the Nintendo, they should do that for targeting also the older generation.
I guess so, but that'll play into it eventually too. They're not going to do it right away, and they didn't do it right away on the Wii U or Wii, right? When did Bayonetta 2 come out?
I don't
certainly
remember.
wasn't.
I don't remember. Yeah.
It certainly wasn't at launch or anything like that.
They also need to do things like simple things that we deserve to have. Like, again, Nintendo has this fucking thing they do. Like, I bought a lot of virtual games on the Wii U, and I'm 100% sure. Because it's like, we're Nintendo, you bought a new console? Ha ha, fuck you, buy them again. I'm 100% sure that my games on the Wii U that I bought, they're not going to carry over. I'm so sure of it.
Yeah, no.
I'm so sure because I bought Mother 1
it.
and Mother 2, and I bought some other like Zelda, some SNES games, and I love them on the Wii U. But I'm so sure that I'm like, well, you need to pay them again because you just own them on this particular console, which is so frustrating. I don't know why they do that.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I have Mario Kart 8 digitally. What PlayStation did, which was, I think it's amazing, and Xbox. I think Xbox did it. I don't remember if Xbox did it, but I remember PlayStation did it when they released like Battlefield 4. If you buy it on PS3, okay, and eventually upgrade it to PS4, you just pay like $10.
$10 or something. Yeah,
$10
I remember.
and get the
there were a couple
PS4
games
version.
that did that.
And I'm pretty sure that my Mario Kart 8 digital, it's not going to happen like that. I'm not going to pay like extra $10 so I can get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Because they're assholes that. Because that's what Nintendo has that very... makes me so angry when they do stuff like this. Like, you have to be grateful that you're playing our games. That's how they go. That's how they come off with that. I'm like... I can live my whole life not playing a single Mario game. Like, I can do that, but then they show off something like Super Mario Odyssey, and I'm like, fuck you, Nintendo, and I want this game, it's like they jerk you off, you're gonna climax, but then they stop. That's what
there
Nintendo
is an excessive amount of jerking off analogies from you always, Chris.
It's like the blue balls of consoles. They piss you off, but then they do something. They do the amazing game like Super Mario.
Nintendo's new slogan.
Yeah. Then they release something like the new Fire Emblem Echoes. Then they make Dragon Quest 11. Then they, if Monster Hunter, if they did the Monster Hunter on the Switch, I'll be like, oh my god, thank you, Nintendo. But then they do something shitty like that again. That pisses me off. That's what I hate about them.
I mean, there is a legitimate right as a consumer, you should be upset, and I agree with a lot of the points you made, Chris, too. Really, just related to.
I mean, why would Ultra Street Fighter 2 cost $40? Give me one reason.
I don't even. I think the point you made with the NES game or SNES game that you only get one a month. When you see the other bigger companies they're giving you more games. And I'm already contradicting myself by comparing Nintendo to Sony and Microsoft.
Just look at Xbox Gold this month. They have Killer Instinct Season 2 for free. That's amazing. You know how amazing Killer Instinct game is? They give Rayman Origins on Xbox 360 and it's backwards compatible on the Xbox One. It's an amazing game. I love Rayman Rayman, was it called Origins?
Origins, yeah.
It's such a good game.
And yeah, it's a good game. I think there's a lot of things, and I think I would like to see Nintendo do something similar to that a lot too.
Yeah,
I would
but
like
you're
to see
saying no, Nintendo doesn't have to look at their competition. They can do what the fuck
they
want.
Don't really. They don't. I mean, they're gonna do well enough, and I think the Nintendo Switch will be successful, but not right away. Again, they need more games, or they would need to give more SNES and NES games right away. I mean, this is such a strange thing in my mind because we saw the the NES Classic thing come out, right? And they give you 60 games or something like that. That should just be included in the Switch. That you should not even. This shouldn't be a question at all.
Yeah, but Nintendo
all 60 of those games should come out right away on the Switch.
Nintendo doesn't do that. You have to be grateful to play their games. You have to pay everything. You have to be like, they don't do those gestures they do for the fans. Like, like I feel like the free games they give us from Gold or like, it's because you have been with us for like so long. Here's like PlayStation. I think I got about $10 from PlayStation because I bought the Pro and they just gave me $10. Okay, $10 is nothing. Like, okay, whatever, but it's still like a nice.
But as a
gesture.
consumer, it's like, oh, look at that. They do something for you.
Yeah, but Nintendo doesn't do anything like that, which is pisses me off.
I think really though, I think
they have this old Japanese thinking that they need to fuck off. Their Japanese company should just burn down, and Nintendo America has to take over. I swear to God, if Reggie has full power, I bet you 100% that Nintendo will be the top dog all the time. 100%.
Well, I don't think they'll ever be. They're never gonna beat out Microsoft and Sony in my mind as far as who's considered having the best video game console, the most powerful, the best games, all of that together. But I do think that they would be. I think if you did take, I think if Reggie did take control, they probably would do some more things for consumers. They would try and really, really focus on making people happy more than anything else.
Yeah.
I think we can kind of close it up with this though too. I think Nintendo Switch will be successful. I don't think it'll be successful right away. But I really, really like the idea they're going for. There's clearly some flaws.
I love the idea too. I'm with you 100%. I love the idea, but
and I think they can make this work 100%. They can make this work really well. They need to do more things for consumers, though. Like you said, like make the people who buy your games happy. That's your job as a company. Your job, A, is make money. B, make sure the way you make money is by making people like you.
Yeah, but you make money if you make people happy. I'm not like it. If I for example, The Witcher 3, I was so happy with The Witcher 3 that I bought Season Pass day one because they gave me so much content, and I'm like, what? I'm gonna support this company because they made me happy with their games, and I will support them. Like, make me happy, I'll pay you, give me something quality, respect me, and I'll buy your shit.
Yeah.
That's what Nintendo has. Like,
our
way or no way.
I think the biggest thing too is I would love to see basically the Nintendo Classic come to the Nintendo Switch day one and have
that'll be great. That'll be great.
I think that makes a lot of sense because you're already paying $300 for the console. The Nintendo Classic cost $60 when they released it. Yeah, they can clearly clear for the actual games. It's not like you're getting it for a month. You're getting the full games. put that on Nintendo Switch. Let people have something to play right away. It gives you a good variety of things to play right away. And it may be these old games that aren't as exciting to play through now relative to what a lot of people are expecting from modern games. But it gives you something. It's a like you said, it's something. It's a nice gesture for the company to do something for its consumers.
Yeah, like again,
I really
1-2
hope they
Switch
do.
has to be. I think it has to be bundled. I don't know. Like it's I don't know why it's not bundled. It's the most insane thing they ever done. It's insane. It's insane. It's a disposable entertainment. Like I don't understand it.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I still think that they'll figure it out, though. Or at least I hope I do. I mean, I think there's something in all of us that really roots for Nintendo. At the same time, I think you have this expectation that they should be great.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we have some of the criticism come from. And a lot of people have their criticism come from. You want them to be great. And there's no one that's rooting against Nintendo because we all love their characters.
I mean, when I saw Mario Odyssey, I was like, "Oh my god, this looks so."
I couldn't believe that too. I thought that was so weird.
Yeah, at first it was weird because he was in a real life map, which it's like GTA Mario. Like, what the fuck is this? Then they jumped to a segment where this looks like a Mario. I feel like it's maybe a stupid segment that you play like once, and all of the others are the Mario you know.
Yeah. No, I think it'll be good.
I'm 100% sure that because here's the thing that when you buy a Mario game, now I'm not talking about the spin-off, just the Mario games, they're gonna be a quality game. Even if it's not gonna be like a 10 out of 10 game, you're gonna have fun with it no matter what. It's gonna be at least an 8 game or a 9 game. I think there's actually a bad Mario game, is there?
Yeah, I can't really think of anything that failed. And how about there was a Super Mario RPG, I think, that didn't do well. That was from a while ago.
But it's loved by everybody. Maybe it didn't sell well, but I think it did pretty well.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to. Yeah, people like Nintendo characters. They're going to be around for a little while, and like I said, we just want them to succeed. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we want to wrap up this show here. We didn't mention this actually at the beginning of the show. We should have. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and on Twitter and on Instagram. Chris is randomly posting stuff on Instagram, and everyone likes it. It's great.
It's not random stuff.
No, yeah, it actually is pretty cool. Just see it's like some little news updates and stuff, right?
Yes.
We're at the Platinum Achievement Podcast on pretty much everything. Just search us on anything you could think of, and we'll be there. You could follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, all that fun stuff at ZombieXSP. X as in xylophone, S as in shotgun, P as in penis. Chris, where you at?
I'm Taporian on Twitter. T as in titties, A as in asshole.
Asshole?
Yeah, exactly. P as in porn, R as in
orgy.
R as in Tapor.
R.
Yes. O as in orgy.
Yeah.
R as in rape.
Yeah.
I as in incest. A as in anus. And N as in something dirty. N as in nipples.
Nipples, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Uranus. S as in I don't know.
Which one? I'm done with Taporian. I don't know what you're doing now.
Okay. Never mind. We're done.
Yeah.
Chris, since Matt's not here, I guess you'll have to say it.
You know what? You never say it.
Oh, okay. Banana and out.